Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. As you can tell from the title, it's another TV Review Tuesday, and today's TV show is Splitting Up Together. It's on Hulu. It stars Jenna Fischer and Oliver Hudson. The executive producer for this is Ellen DeGeneres, which, you know, explains a lot. It's a really funny show. It's really good. In the first season, one of the only things I didn't like was, ironically, May's character. She's the daughter. I just thought that she was so over the top. Like, I would say I'm a social justice warrior too, and like feminist and all that, but she's like over the top. So yeah, I'm glad that they're kind of toning her down for season 2. As for like general notes on the show, I really like how the performances are very natural. The relationships between the characters are really natural. They don't seem like they're forced in any way. Yeah, really stellar performances from the cast, especially like the more that the show's going on, like towards the end of season 2 right now. It's getting stronger and stronger. Same goes for tension and stakes. They have good actions and reactions to everything that happens, and that's what keeps you watching. But I would say the best part of this show is the dialogue. It's so natural, funny, and believable that I always have my suspension of disbelief. It kind of reminds me of Modern Family with how witty it is, but it's not as fast. One of the things I don't like about Modern Family is that the jokes are so fast, and you can tell you're watching a TV show because no one has that many jokes lined up right after one another. But that's what I like about Splitting Up Together. There's like natural pauses, and the relationships, you know, I believe them. I believe the relationships, especially the relationship between Lena and Martin. In the first season of the show, they had really good conversations about their relationship. They were really mature conversations. They were really relatable. They said so much without saying too much, and that was really smart. It felt like the writers really knew what they were talking about when they were talking about the relationship of, you know, exes who are still living together and have kids, because they were keeping everything mature, and their communication is really good, which if they've been married for that long, I do believe that their communication is that good. The last episode that I watched, to me, was the best one. They set the mood really well. I'm not gonna say too much about the ending, but I did predict it because they set it up earlier in the season. They didn't like straight up say it, but someone gave a look that I'm like, I know this is gonna happen in this episode, and it did. And it wasn't disappointing because the way they did it was really clever. Again, I like how the reactions are in the show. The reactions are what makes it. You know, obviously there's really big news, but I didn't expect the reactions that these characters had. And I just remember watching it and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Like, that's, you know, I don't know. It made me warm and tingly inside. And that's where this one kind of stands out amongst the new family TV shows that are hitting the screen right now. There's a lot of them. There's American Housewife, The Goldbergs, all these shows about families, and you think when you start watching, okay, what's gonna make this one special? And what makes this one special is the relationships and their reactions to the news that the writers keep putting them through, and the situations that the writers keep putting them through. So the characters in this one are really well developed, I would say. And so yeah, the very last couple of scenes of the last episode where they react to this big news was impressive and noteworthy. It was clever. The scene with the kids was really smart. It honestly put a smile on my face, and it didn't even do that. I think I was smiling the entire episode. It was just that good. It's gotten to a point where I just get excited when I see it on Hulu and I see that there's a new episode, and I look forward to it. I will say, however, that it is kind of forgettable. You know, there's so many family TV shows out there, and this one doesn't stick with you as much, but it's one where you see it and you're like, oh, I remember this, yeah, I want to watch this, and you know, it's good. And something also that I noticed is that men don't tend to watch these type of TV shows. I feel like they're more geared towards women, and I think it's wrong with this one specifically in this case, because Sure, the women conversations tend to take over shows like this, like Fresh Off the Boat. It's mostly the women. But in this one, I do see that the male characters are just as well developed as the female characters, and they have pretty funny conversations that I think actually, yeah, guys of that age would be having that conversation. It's very believable. And yeah, that's where the writing really stands out to me. That's all I have to say about this show. Not really too many bad things. I mean, all I could think of was May's character being over the top, but you know, they toned her down for season 2, so they know what they're doing. And the second season's getting stronger and stronger, and I can't wait to see how they get through this new hurdle that they have going on. I also am rooting pretty hard for Lena and Martin. Like, I just want them to be together so bad. Last couple of episodes when they were like, will they, won't they? I was like, they have to. One last thing, I do like the chronology of it. It seems like the writers think through where the characters are going to be in every episode, every like couple of episodes. So like the kids going to summer camp gave them so much room to play with Lena and Martin's relationship in the beginning of season 2, and it paid off really well because the more that they kept like pushing away from each other and pulling back in, the more intrigued you got. I would definitely recommend this show, and it's pretty funny, so watch it. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for clicking on it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all of that jazz, and I'll see you next week. Bye.